Do we have public testimony? Okay, I make it 4 o'clock and we'll call to order our special called meeting for the month of April. This is the time for anyone from the public who wishes to address the council on any topic they wish, may do so now. Anyone who wishes to address the council besides something that's on the agenda? Or something that's on the agenda that doesn't want to wait? Second call for comments. Third and final call will declare the public testimony portion of the meeting to be concluded. We'll move to the consent agenda. There's 3 items on consent. Council has reviewed those. Anyone on council want to remove anything from consent? Hearing no such motions, I will entertain a motion regarding the entire consent agenda.
Second.
There's a motion from Katrina, seconded by Angelica, to approve all 3 items on the consent agenda. All in favor, please say aye. 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 Anyone opposed? That motion carries 6 votes to 0. Item 4 on our agenda is reconsider adopting a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Van Alstyne Sports Authority for the use of specific city-owned parks, providing a public service to the residents of the city. As I understand it, we have there's Jennifer. She's going to tell us what we've done.
Yeah, I have added a couple of sentences to section 1.01, which regards the premises. And this allows, I guess if I just read it directly, that, are there slides? That VASA has the right to utilize the non-designated areas, so the areas that are not outlined in the agreement of the 3 sites with a non-exclusive and non-priority basis at no additional fee. So they have to reserve it just like anyone else, but no additional fee on those areas that are not specifically designated in the agreement. And then we also added section 2.05, which provides the limited scheduling priority and allows for the flexibility if there's a rain event or a hazardous field condition that causes VASA to have to cancel, then they can reschedule, and they have priority in rescheduling. So if another organization has the field reserved for a practice, they may have to move their practice to accommodate VASA's needs. So those are the 2 modifications that we made to the agreement since you saw it last. I appreciate your feedback if you think this incorporates everything that was discussed at the last meeting, but VASA their board hasn't had the opportunity to review the agreement, so I think it's best to table any action until the April meeting so they have an opportunity to review, agree, maybe provide any feedback before council takes action again.
Very good. And those areas not part of the agreement are the fields formerly known as the high school baseball and softball fields?
That's right.
Okay. And so those fields are reservable by any entity in town, VASA included?
Yes.
And how far in advance can they reserve those fields?
I think VASA can reserve them more than just a week, but generally the public can reserve them only a week at a time.
Thank you. Other questions for Jennifer?
I have a question about that. So if we're not given both the same access or time frame to book these fields, they could be booked up anyway all the time, and others would not have the opportunity to book.
Like VASA could book them?
Yeah, if they can book in a more advanced time than what another team or somebody else that's not VASA would try to book, then they could, basically, we're still not given any.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm misspoken. What I was speaking to is their use of the fields that they do have priority on. The other fields that are open, they don't get priority reservation, so they're in the pool just like everybody else.
And you can invent, it's not just 1 week. So I've done like 4 Thursdays.
Okay.
You can book a month out on a day.
Okay, as
You
long
just
as
can't
everybody
book-
has the same
you just
access,
can't
that's
book
what I'm
more
saying.
than
Okay.
twice. You can't book more than 2 hours.
2 hours in a week.
In the same.
Okay.
So, as long as they have that, and they can go in and book it for March, and that's fine. And
That's fine, as long as it was the same as everybody else. When it's saying an event that's scheduled events, we're not talking about scheduled practices, correct? We are referring to tournaments. That's what we discussed, not just an event, but tournaments that got canceled, you know, it's a lot that goes into that.
Is that on 2.05?
The way this is worded on the 2.05, the way it's worded, it could be any scheduled event that they would get priority over booking.
Yeah, and that would be specific to any reservation. I'll find a slide, but any reservation that VASA has would get that limited scheduling priority.
Shouldn't be any.
You want it to be
Yeah, it should
only
not be, because
tournaments.
during that meeting, we discussed that, because they had that
tournament
issue with the
specifically.
tournament that had the, you know, but a practice scheduled or shouldn't take priority other, I mean, obviously, if it's a game or a tournament, it should take priority over somebody having to practice.
Okay.
That's my point.
Yeah, that's what was discussed at the last
You're
meeting.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's clear, because once it's in writing, it's free game for interpretation if we don't make it black and white.
game or tournament only, not practice.
Right. I think that's all I saw.
Okay.
I'm good.
We're
Any
gonna
other feedback
Make a
for,
motion to table? Is that what we're doing?
any other feedback for our Assistant City Manager? So the plan is, we like the agreement as is. VASA's going to go review it and come back in our April meeting
With those changes that we just talked about.
Right.
with the changes we just talked about. They'll get that, and they'll
Right.
come back with any changes they want to see. Okay? Very good. I would entertain a motion to postpone action.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion to postpone action on this agenda item until our April meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Katrina. Marla made the motion, Katrina seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed or abstaining? That motion carries 6 votes to 0. Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer.
I understand that we may want to go into no?
Actually, good evening, Mayor and council.
Mr. Ritter?
I'd recommend that we go into executive at the beginning of the next meeting.
Very
Under
good.
55107-1.
Having concluded all business on our council meeting agenda for the special called meeting, I will declare it to be adjourned at 4:07 p.m., and we will immediately go into our workshop